The sun rises over the Great Plains of East Africa. It paints the sky in shades of orange and soft pink. Below, a vast sea of grass stretches to the horizon, unbroken. This is a land of immense space and profound silence. The air is cool and still. A lone acacia tree stands silhouetted against the dawn, its flat top a stark and beautiful shape. This is the Maasai Mara, a world governed by ancient rhythms. Here, life and death play out their timeless drama under the watchful eye of the vast, open sky. The land itself seems to breathe, holding secrets that are as old as the mountains that rise in the distance. A gentle wind begins to stir. It whispers through the tall, golden grasses, carrying the scent of dry earth and wild sage. This is the sound of the savanna waking up. In the distance, a faint shape moves. Then, another. A herd of wildebeest begins its morning journey, their dark forms flowing like a river across the landscape. They are a part of this place, just as the rocks and the rivers are. Every living thing here is connected in a delicate and intricate web. To survive, one must understand the subtle language of the land, the shift in the wind, the call of a distant bird. This is the home of the Maasai people. For centuries, they have lived in harmony with this wild and beautiful world. They are a people of the sun and the earth. Their lives are woven into the fabric of the savanna. They do not seek to conquer the land, but to live within it, to be a part of its grand, unfolding story. Their existence is a testament to resilience, to a deep and abiding connection with nature. They move with a grace and confidence that comes from knowing this place intimately, from understanding its every mood and every secret. Here, the horizon is not a boundary. It is an invitation. It speaks of endless possibility and of the great cycles of life that turn with the seasons. The rains will come, and the plains will turn a vibrant green. The herds will grow fat on the sweet new grass. Then the dry season will return, and the land will become hard and golden once more. The Maasai understand this rhythm. They have built their entire culture around it. Their story is not written in books but in the dust of the plains and the stars of the night sky. For the Maasai, life revolves around one central figure. It is not a king or a god, but an animal. The cow. Cattle are the heart of Maasai culture, the measure of wealth and the source of life itself. A man's worth is not counted in coins or paper money, but in the number of cattle he owns. A large herd is a sign of prestige, of success, of a life well lived. These animals are more than just livestock. They are a living bank, a mobile treasury that walks upon the earth. Each cow is a promise of security for the family. The relationship between the Maasai and their cattle is profound and deeply personal. Each animal is known individually. It has a name, a history. A herdsman can recognize every one of his cows by the shape of its horns, the pattern on its hide, or the sound of its lowing. The cattle provide almost everything the Maasai need to survive. Their milk is a staple food, often mixed with blood drawn from the cow's jugular vein, without harming the animal. This mixture is a rich source of protein and nutrients, perfectly suited for a life on the plains. Cattle are also the currency of social transactions. When a man wishes to marry, he must pay a bride price to the woman's family. This price is paid in cattle. The exchange of cows solidifies the bond between two families, weaving them together into a larger community. Cattle are given as gifts to seal friendships, to settle disputes, and to honor important guests. They are sacrificed during sacred ceremonies, their offering a way to communicate with the spiritual world and ask for blessings of rain, health, and prosperity for the people. The daily rhythm of life is dictated by the needs of the herd. At dawn, the young boys, the future herdsmen, lead the cattle out from the safety of the kraal. They guide them across the plains in search of fresh pasture and water. This is a great responsibility. The boys must protect the animals from predators and ensure they find enough to eat. They spend their days under the hot sun, their senses alert to every sound and movement. They are learning the ways of the savanna, a skill that will sustain them and their families for the rest of their lives. The The Maasai home is called a manyatta. It is a small village, typically arranged in a circle. The huts are built by the women. They are crafted from simple, natural materials found on the plains. A framework of sticks is woven together and then plastered with a mixture of mud, grass, and cow dung. These small, low structures are remarkably strong. They provide shelter from the harsh sun and the cool night air. The low, single doorway faces inwards, towards the center of the village, creating a sense of community and shared space. Inside, the hut is dark and smoky. There is no furniture, only cowhide spread on the floor for sleeping. A small fire smolders in the center, its gentle glow providing a little light and warmth. The smoke from the fire keeps insects away. This is where the family gathers. It is where meals are prepared, where stories are told, and where children are raised. The space is small and intimate. The sounds and smells of daily life fill the air. The scent of wood smoke, of cooking milk, of the earth itself. It is a place of safety and belonging. The circular shape of the manyatta is not accidental. It is a design born of necessity and wisdom. In the very center of the village is an open space. At night, this space becomes a corral, a protective enclosure for the community's precious cattle. The ring of huts forms a barrier, a human wall against the dangers of the night. The outer perimeter of the village is then fortified with a thick, thorny fence made from acacia branches. This creates a formidable fortress, protecting both people and livestock from predators that roam the plains after dark. Life in the manyatta is communal. Everyone has a role to play. The men are the protectors and the owners of the cattle. The women build the homes, raise the children, and manage the daily affairs of the household. They milk the cows and fetch water, often walking for many miles to do so. The children learn by watching their elders. The boys learn to herd and the girls learn the skills of the home. There is a deep sense of interdependence. The survival of the individual is tied to the well-being of the entire community. Within the close-knit world of the Maasai, family and community bonds are everything. These connections are complex and extend far beyond the simple nuclear family. One of the most intricate aspects of this social fabric is the system of age sets. Boys who are initiated into manhood at the same time form a lifelong bond. They become brothers, bound by a shared experience and a promise of mutual support. This age set will move through life together, from warriorhood to elderhood, relying on each other in times of hardship and celebrating together in times of joy. This deep sense of shared identity also shapes relationships between men and women. Marriage is not just a union of two individuals, but an alliance between families and clans. It is a practical arrangement as much as a romantic one. Within this framework, certain traditional practices exist that might seem unusual to an outsider. One such custom is a form of wife sharing. A man from the same age set as the husband may be offered hospitality that includes sharing his wife. This is not seen as infidelity, but as an expression of the deep trust and brotherhood that exists between the men. This practice is governed by strict rules and deep-seated cultural understanding. It reinforces the idea that the community is a single, interconnected entity. The children that may result from such an arrangement are considered the children of the husband belonging to his family line. The custom strengthens the bonds of the age set, ensuring that the men will always stand together, ready to defend their community and support one another. It is a profound statement of unity, where personal possessions and even relationships are secondary to the strength of the collective group. Understanding these traditions requires looking beyond one's own cultural lens. For the Maasai, these customs are not controversial. They are part of a social system that has ensured their survival for centuries in a harsh and unforgiving environment. It is a system built on interdependence, where the needs of the group are placed above the desires of the individual. These bonds, forged in ceremony and lived out in daily life, are the invisible threads that hold Maasai society together, making it resilient and strong in the face of constant change. There is a special group within Maasai society. They are the young men, the warriors. They are known as the This is a period in a man's life after his initiation when his primary duty is to protect the community. He must guard the people and their cattle from all threats, both animal and human. To be A is a great honor, a time of immense pride and responsibility. They are the strength of the Maasai, the watchful guardians of the plains. Their presence brings a sense of security to the entire village. The appearance of A is striking. They are famous for their long braided hair, which they often color with red ochre. They wear vibrant red cloths, called wrapped around their bodies. Red is the color of courage, of danger, and of life. It is believed to scare away predators. They adorn themselves with intricate beadwork, created by the young women of the village. Each color and pattern has a specific meaning, telling a story of the warrior's status, his family, and his accomplishments. Their spears, long and slender with a sharp metal blade, are always by their side. The life of a warrior is one of discipline and vigilance. They live for a time in a separate village, away from their families, with other men of their age set. Here, they learn the skills they will need to survive. They practice fighting with spears and shields. They learn to track animals, to read the signs of the bush, and to move silently through the landscape. They patrol the boundaries of their territory, their eyes constantly scanning the horizon for any sign of danger. It is a demanding life that forges them into strong, capable men. One of the most important duties of A is the lion hunt. In the past, killing a lion was a rite of passage, a way for a young man to prove his bravery and transition from warrior to elder. A single warrior, armed only with a spear, would face the king of the savanna. It was the ultimate test of courage and skill. This tradition has become rarer now, as lion populations have declined. But the spirit of the lion hunter lives on in the heart of every soul. It is the spirit of fearlessness, of a deep respect for one's adversary, and of a willingness to risk everything for the honor of one's people. Among the most iconic of Maasai ceremonies is the jumping dance. It is called the Adumu. This is not a dance of celebration in the typical sense. It is a display of strength, of agility, and of manhood. It is performed by the Moran, the young warriors. The dance is a competition, a friendly rivalry to see who can jump the highest. A high jump is a sign of a strong and virile warrior, someone who is capable of defending his people and attracting a wife. It is a spectacle of pure athletic prowess. The dance begins with a low chant. The warriors form a semicircle, their bodies close together. The sound is deep and rhythmic, a guttural hum that seems to rise from the earth itself. One by one, or sometimes in pairs, a warrior will step forward into the center. He holds his body narrow and straight, his posture rigid. Then, with a lightness that seems to defy gravity, he begins to jump. He springs straight up into the air, his heels never touching the ground between leaps. His goal is to reach for the sky. The other warriors continue their chanting, their voices rising and falling with the rhythm of the jumps. Their encouragement pushes the jumper higher and higher. The bright red of their shukas and the intricate colors of their beadwork create a mesmerizing blur of motion. The dance is a visual and auditory feast, a powerful expression of communal energy. It is a moment where individual strength is showcased within the supportive circle of the Brotherhood. The higher the jump, the greater the cheer from his comrades. This ritual is more than just a physical contest. It is a vital part of the warrior's life. It is training. It builds stamina and strength. It is a way for the young men to prove their fitness and readiness to face any challenge. It is also a courtship ritual. The young unmarried women watch from the sidelines, their eyes on the jumpers. They observe the grace, power, and height of each warrior. A man's performance in the Adumu can greatly influence his standing in the eyes of the community and in the eyes of a potential bride. As the sun climbs higher, the savanna comes alive with activity. For the Maasai, the day is a series of tasks that have been performed for generations. The women leave the manyatta to collect firewood and water. The journey to the river can be long and arduous, a walk of several miles under the hot sun. They carry heavy containers on their backs, their steps steady and sure. Along the way, they talk and laugh, their voices a familiar sound on the quiet plains. This is a time for socializing, for sharing news and stories. Meanwhile, the young boys are far from home with the herds. They must be constantly alert. The savanna is full of dangers. A lone calf can easily fall prey to a hyena or a leopard hiding in the tall grass. The boys must keep the herd together and guide them to the best grazing spots. They learn to read the land, to know where water can be found even in the dry season. They communicate with each other using calls and whistles, a language understood only by them and their animals. Their childhood is a long apprenticeship for their future role as guardians of the cattle. Back in the manada, the older men, the elders, sit together in the shade of an acacia tree. They are the keepers of wisdom, the decision-makers of the community. They discuss important matters, the movement of the herds, upcoming ceremonies, disputes between families. Their words are measured and thoughtful. They have a lifetime of experience to draw upon. Their role is to maintain peace and order, to ensure that the ancient customs and laws of the Maasai are upheld. Their authority is absolute, respected by all. As evening approaches, a sense of anticipation fills the air. The women begin to prepare the evening meal, usually a simple porridge made from maize or millet, served with milk. The herds can be seen in the distance, slowly making their way back towards the safety of the village. The lowing of the cattle and the calls of the herd boys are a comforting sound, a signal that the day is drawing to a close. The setting sun casts long shadows across the plains and the world begins to cool. The family will soon be reunited within the protective walls of the manada. The sun sets, and darkness falls quickly on the savanna. The world transforms, the familiar landscape becomes a place of mystery and unseen dangers. This is the time of the predator. The air grows cool, and the sounds of the night begin. The whoop of a hyena, the distant roar of a lion, the chirping of insects. Inside the manada, the families gather around their small fires. The cattle are safe in the central enclosure. The thorny fence stands as a silent guard against the hungry hunters that now prowl the plains. The lion is the most revered and feared of all the animals. Its roar is not just a sound, it is a physical force that travels through the ground, a deep vibration that can be felt in the chest. It is a declaration of power and territory. For the Maasai, the lion is the ultimate adversary. It is a symbol of wild, untamed nature. To live in this land is to live with the constant presence of the lion. The warriors, the Moran, must always be ready to confront this powerful predator if it threatens the herd. A tense stillness can fall over the night. A sudden silence in the chorus of insects can mean a predator is near. The cattle become restless, their soft movements and low murmurs a sign of unease. The people inside their huts listen intently to the sounds of the night. They can distinguish the call of a specific bird, the snap of a twig, the soft padding of feet outside the fence. Their survival has depended on this heightened awareness for countless generations. They are attuned to the subtle language of the darkness. Sometimes the night is broken by a sudden commotion. A lion has dared to approach the manada. The warriors are instantly awake, their spears in hand. They move with a silent, practiced speed. The safety of the community, and its wealth, is at stake. They will not hesitate to defend their home. This is the ancient conflict of the savanna, the clash between man and beast, between the order of the village and the chaos of the wild. It is a drama that has played out on these plains since the beginning of time. The first light of dawn returns, chasing away the shadows of the night. A new day begins. The cycle of life continues unbroken. The Maasai people have faced many challenges, droughts that wither the grass and threaten the herds, diseases that affect both people and livestock, and in more recent times, the pressures of a changing world that encroaches on their ancestral lands. Yet they endure. Their culture remains vibrant and strong, a testament to their incredible resilience. Their connection to this land is the source of their strength. They do not see the savanna as a resource to be exploited, but as a living entity to be respected. They have a deep, spiritual understanding of the natural world. They know the medicinal properties of plants. They understand the behavior of the animals. They can predict the coming of the rains by the patterns of the stars. This knowledge, passed down through generations of oral tradition, is more valuable than any written book. It is the key to their survival. The traditions of the Maasai are not relics of the past. They are a living, breathing part of their present. The ceremonies, the age sets, the central role of cattle. These are the pillars that support their society. They provide a sense of identity, of belonging, of purpose. While some aspects of their life are changing, as young people encounter the modern world, the core values remain. The importance of community, of courage, and of respect for the land and for the elders continues to guide them. To stand on these plains is to feel the weight of eternity. It is to witness a way of life that is both ancient and timeless. The Maasai are not just inhabitants of this land, they are an essential part of it. Their story is written in the earth, carried on the wind, and reflected in the proud gaze of a warrior. As long as the sun rises over the Great Plains and the cattle graze on the golden grass, the enduring spirit of the Maasai will continue to be a powerful and vital presence in this magnificent corner of the world.